What I'm talking about.
Wait! Okay, now, from the beginning.
There are a lot of things that are happening in the industry, but there's two things that really stand out to Shar and I as the most important creative factors. So one of those is the evolving relationship between media and creative. So if you think about if you're a marketer, you really have two major tools in your toolkit that can help you run a campaign. So one of those is the creative itself. So that's like the actual video ad or the actual image ad you're running. And then the other one is your distribution tactics, so the media and the targeting that you're using. And today, brands actually have a lot less control over the latter of those, over the distribution tactics. And that's because, one, from an organic perspective, reach and engagement are really declining across most social platforms. And then, secondly, from a paid perspective, targeting has really moved towards full automation. So, any of the platforms that you're working on, for example, if you're in Facebook Ads Manager and you're running a campaign, typically the recommendation is set the targeting to broad, let the system do its thing and figure out who is the right person to show that ad to, who's most likely to convert or take the action that you want. And it works really well because the technology behind these algorithms has become so advanced. But as a result, it means that you really only have direct control over what the creative aspect of your campaign. And so that's an area that successful brands are investing really heavily in because they know that creative significantly impacts their bottom line. And we know this through multiple studies and through our own experience. There's was a study by Analytics Partners that you can see here that found that the creative component of your campaigns makes up about 2/3 of the return on investment, whereas the media component only impacts about a third of the return on investment. So it makes sense to really invest heavily in your creative, and that those numbers are the creative impact is higher when you're thinking about video versus other types of media. And so, because this shift is happening all around us, and brands are really recognizing that creative is the ultimate business advantage when it comes to making great campaigns, we're seeing that a lot of brands are actually creating roles and hiring for more roles that focus on creative effectiveness and making sure that creative is doing the hard work and the best that it can. And then we're also seeing a lot of really innovative production companies popping up and a lot of innovation around content creation because the name of the game right now is really to have high volumes of content and have that content be very timely and to have variations of it so that you can test and learn. Whereas in the past, there was more of a focus on these beautiful high production spots, but those take a lot of time to produce. And so it doesn't necessarily align to what we need to see on the platforms and to be successful right now. So there's a lot of really cool production companies that are popping up that are helping to produce digital content quickly and more affordably.